What is up, you guys? Mate here, and I'm bringing yet another video. So the focus of today's video is going to be why you should actually work out in the morning and why you should do that on an empty stomach as well. So if you're interested more about why you should work out, the main reason, in my opinion, why you should work out on an empty stomach and wait a little bit for your post-workout meal, check out my previous video. However, today, the focus is more on working out in the morning. So there are two major reasons, and one is especially big, and that is that you have a much higher likelihood of actually adopting an active lifestyle, which is your goal. You want to work out on a continuous basis. Working out, having the most optimal diet and having the most optimal workout plan for a month or 2 or 3 is not going to be sufficient. Your gains, your benefits are going to be quite limited. So there are a few reasons why working out in the morning makes you able to much more likely to adopt an active lifestyle. The first one is that we live in a time of chronic stress, in a society, this modern society of chronic stress. Chronic means never ending, it doesn't stop. Constantly we have some sort of deadlines, some sort of project, calls, emails, whatever. We constantly have some type of worry on our mind. And not only that, we have this sort of finite, this exhaustive resource called willpower that helps us do basically things that we don't want to do. And this resource is highest in the mornings. So if you prioritize your workouts during the morning, you're always going to work out when you have the most amount of willpower. And that is pretty much self-explanatory. And this is going to help you quite a lot, especially for beginners and even intermediary athletes or, people where you're still, kind of struggling to get into that mindset and you're not just strong enough, you don't have the cardio, your body and your nervous system, your endocrine system, they're not suited, they haven't adapted yet to working out continuously, and you're not simply going to enjoy your workouts that much. So if you prioritize your workouts in the morning, in your day, you're gonna experience amazing benefits. The second one is fat burning. So I'm kind of opposed to fat burning in general, not the process itself. I think it's great. You have to have lower amounts of body fat in order to be healthy. I just have a problem with this craze, this mania around the world where people are doing these extreme methods, unsustainable, unhealthy, to lose as much fat as possible in the shortest amount of time as possible. Other tips that I have for you is that in the morning, because when you sleep, your body is dehydrated. You lose a lot of water. In the morning, make sure that you drink a tall glass of water. You can squeeze a few drops of lime or lemon juice and put a pinch of Himalayan salt. You want Himalayan because it's the least processed and least processed salt, has the most minerals, and has slightly less sodium. But sodium here is very important, guys, because sodium allows your body to conserve the water, and you want to in terms of performance and things like that, it's kind of unclear, but what is clear is that you don't want to work out if you're dehydrated. You want to make sure that you're never dehydrated because it's very dangerous. And the second one is, if given the opportunity, always work out outside. Always work outside, and especially this is important if there is sun outside. There's a study that shows that like 75 to 80% of Americans are deficient in vitamin D. So I'm not going to delve too much into vitamin D because that's a very big topic, but in general, some things that you're going to benefit from if you have sufficient vitamin D is improved mood, improved energy throughout the day, and your sleep, most importantly, probably is going to be much more restorative. Another question I'm most likely to get is caffeine, whether you should drink coffee when you get up and before you work out. Personally, I am opposed to coffee. It's more of anecdotal evidence and my personal experience. The science is kind of unclear. There is both sides of the coin. In general, what I would suggest is an urge caution if you have digestive issues, mood swings, trouble sleeping. And if you're drinking a lot of caffeine, it can be Red Bulls, energy drinks, coffee, even tea. If it's too much, if you don't have to quit, but make sure that you lower your doses. Obviously, if you're working out in the morning, guys, I guess it depends. When you get adjusted, you're gonna have probably as much energy or maybe slightly less than when you're fed. In general, don't have brutal workouts. That's not the point. It's not only counterproductive in terms of because you're gonna produce acid in your body, you're gonna become slower, you're not gonna feel as good. The point is, you're really going to tax your nervous system. And as I said, going back to my first point, you want to be able to do these types of workouts on a continuous basis. So you want to have your intensity you're going to want to put your intensity in the range where you're going to be able to do that every day or almost every day. Because if you do these sort of brutal workouts, you're just not going to want to do it the next day or even a few days later. Your nervous system is going to be taxed, your endocrine system is not going to be able to take it, your muscles are going to cry. So just make sure that, you take it slow, especially if you're a beginner. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, put a like, a subscribe, hit that bell button. You will have absolutely no idea how much it means to me. And hope you stay tuned for the next one, guys. Cheers.